Our world, with a population standing at about 7.2 billion people, now talking about the reality of globalization, let's take it off the pages of the paper and put it on everybody's lap so that we can relate with it as intimately as possible. The reality of globalization today is that the world population standing at about 7.2 billion is actually one village. Everyone in the world today, it doesn't matter on which continent you have landed, you are living in one village with the next person who lives more than 3,000 kilometers away from you. That's the reality today. These people have different cultures, values, and religious beliefs, different industrial and technological sophistication, but we are all living in one village. Globalization is the process of international interaction and integration of practices, ideas, products, and worldviews among the people, governments, and business organizations of different nations. So I believe that this conference is seeking to lift people out of where they are onto the world scene, so that you will be really competitive with your colleague that is operating in more developed nations of the world. Because the truth of the matter is that we are in the same market. We are in the same market. Now, globalization is the process of this interaction with individual business owners or would-be business owners must be at home with ever before the starting point. If you are not aware of it before you start, then you would have taken yourself away from the major stream of things. Operating at the local level, you may never find your voice on the world scene. The big names of today started small, but when they were starting, they had the world view in mind. One of the principles that I love so much in Six Ziglar's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is the principle that says you must have the end in mind before you start. Have the end in mind before you start. Know where you are going. And you don't need to be big to start. You always need to start before you can become big. So don't say that because they are talking about the world stage and look at yourself where you are and say, where am I going to get the real result to operate at the world stage? Until you have started, you can become big. But you must know where you are going when you are starting. I read the story of a man in a book given to me by my friend yesterday, who started his business in the garage. And today that business, the man worth about $4.9 billion. 4.9 billion. A man who started in a 3 feet by 3 feet space. But the man knew exactly where he was going when he started. God just wants us to see young crops of people today who are already interested in taking their destinies into their own hands. I'm very glad to see you. Right? Now today we operate in a world without boundaries. Among nations in the sense of ease of interaction, exchange of information and ideas. Now from the remote corner of Kigali to far away Brazil, from Ottawa to Onitsha, Nigeria, from the Pacific Island to Accra, Ghana, there is only physical boundaries. There are no big boundaries in terms of exchange of ideas and information. Do we agree? Yes. At the click of a button, you are in China. At the click of a button, you have come from China, you are in France. At the click of another button, you are already in California, USA. And there is nothing giving anymore. There is nothing like somebody is keeping information anymore. There is massive information out there for those that are interested in it. Information is the trigger for development. Until you get the right information, you cannot develop your own life. I believe that the volume of information that's going to be made available to you today will trigger something on your inside that will contribute significantly into the formation of tomorrow's business CEOs. Now, the small and medium enterprise, that is called SMEs, it's otherwise called small scale industry. We call it small scale industry. It is the engine room for industrial and economic development in all nations of the world. And let me cascade it down. It is the engine room for self-economic development and independence. It is the engine room for family economic independence. One year, one of our elder brothers in the faith, in Christian faith, like named Erastus Akibola, was in our church. He was there invited to talk to us about the reason why you should own your own business. And one of the things that he said that I can never forget in my life is that if your take-home salary can enter into one envelope, it doesn't matter the currency, say you are a poor man. Your salary can enter into one envelope, you are a poor man. He said to us that he had to tell us the truth because it's one of us. He said, employers pay you salary to guarantee that you are coming back next month. So that is why they don't pay you in advance, they pay you in arrears. He said, it doesn't matter how smart you are, you can never be as rich or as wealthy as your employer. He said, therefore, for you to be able to match them shoulder to shoulder in the future, so that your children will not start under their own children, you must strive to establish your own business organization. I was serving in Nigeria. When I was thinking about having my business, it was not even a common thing then anyway. Because everybody was like, it was the days of finance houses. Everybody was like, let me do this, let me go and work in finance house. I and my friend, we lie on the bed and we were thinking about business things that we go to register. And then something crossed his mind and he put it down. That is the name of his company today. Surely our Lord is able. So he formed his business name solely upon it. He finished from this university of economics. He has change of schools in Lagos. He didn't study education. He studied animal science. Then I was thinking about my own, and then I couldn't come up with anything, but I opened my Bible to Psalm 23. And as I read the first statement, the Lord is my shepherd, I saw the name of my business there. Tennis is the Lord is my shepherd. Today I go to have tennis training systems, I have tennis farms, I have tennis real estate business. I was talking to Mr. Sarah yesterday that it was on the account of my own personal business that the Central Bank of Nigeria engaged me as a consultant, assuming I never started anything. When you start, you do not know the fullness of the potential of what you are starting. It is only those that have started that you needed, that you recognize. Tell your neighbor, start all the same. Even when you don't know it all. But tell you. Now, it has been identified as the major driving force for economic growth and sustenance across the spectrum of development in the world. That is SME. Small and medium enterprises is the major tool and the shortest way to escape poverty. Not only to escape poverty, to be able to affect other people positively. Someone said, until your life is a donation to other people's life, you have not started living. Somebody said they are lucky. They are not lucky, they are fortunate to have fathers whose brains are working. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
In my village, they say, remember the son of who you are. I call my younger ones, if you want to succeed, you have to forget the son of who you are.
Yes, sir.
If you keep on remembering the son of who you are, your father is a teacher, you will never aspire to become a vice chancellor. Because nobody has ever felt to something in my family. Let me keep my hand where they keep it, always with all of it. You need to forget the son of who you are. In a positive sense, for you to praise certain things in life. Right. Now, by definition, business enterprise is employee strength. Many of us have been hearing about SME. You need to really understand what I'm doing because you must start something. Start something from here.